Boyka, huh? Now what kind of bitch-ass name is that?
You a great champion, I know. But in here, I am the champion. And you are just my bitch. Keep going!
The unbeaten champion Yuri Boyka and a challenger named Arkady Davik engage in a fierce underground battle inside a Russian prison. The inmate audience is enthralled by Boyka's flawless record, and many wager on his expected triumph. Prison officials, such as Warden Morov, conspire with a mob boss named Gaga to organize these covert matches, and everyone benefits from the betting. Boyka maintains his flawless winning streak after defeating Davik in the end. At the same time, former boxing champion George Chambers travels to Russia with his manager Phil to compete in a number of boxing tournaments. Chambers depends on endorsements and public appearances for revenue because his professional career is in decline. He returns to his hotel room after finishing a commercial shoot, only to be knocked out by criminals. Later, when the police show up, they find a cocaine packet hidden inside his Bible and take him into custody. Chambers is imprisoned quickly. When Chambers first arrives at the facility, Boyka treats him hostilely. In his introduction, Warden Morov states that he respects fighters and mentions that the prison has its own champion. Chambers, however, shows little interest in the inner workings of the prison because he is certain that his stay will not be long. Chambers initially objects to the cold water when told to take a shower. Despite his best efforts, he is forced to comply with the guards. Chambers becomes enraged when a fellow prisoner throws urine at him as a purported gift from Boyka as he is being led to his cell. He tries to strike back, but the guards stop him. Chambers is paired with British drug addict Stephen Parker as a cellmate. Assuming his incarceration will be brief, Chambers dismisses Stephen's advice the next morning to follow the prison's unwritten rules. Other prisoners watch Chambers closely during lunch, but he is unfazed. All of the prisoners rise silently as Boyka and his group enter the cafeteria, with the exception of Chambers, who keeps eating. Boyka's associate tries to threaten him, but Chambers quickly disarms him. Boyka confronts Chambers as a result, and they fight for a short while before the guards step in. Phil later pays Chambers a visit and tells him that his case is being investigated by the U.S. Embassy. His release, though, might not happen for a month. Chambers, frustrated, calls for a well-known American lawyer. Phil says he will try his hardest, but he makes no promises. Gaga bribes Morov to set up a fight between Boyka and Chambers in the meantime, exposing that she planned Chambers' arrest especially to entice him to join the prison fighting circuit as a strong opponent for Boyka. Boyka's men start harassing Steven shortly after that. Chambers overwhelms the assailants when he steps in to protect him. Steven goes on to say that Gaga's gang controls the prison and that there are stringent regulations governing daily life there. Unfazed, Chambers claims that he handles people like them in his own way. Boyka tries to address Chambers about the previous incident once more, but the guards step in again. Chambers is shocked by Boyka's vicious fighting style when he watches him battle another opponent that evening. Boyka publicly challenges Chambers following the game, but Chambers doesn't say anything. Chambers then rejects Warden Morov's offer of an early release in exchange for his cooperation in fighting Boyka. Morov gives him the duty of cleaning the prison sewers as retribution for his refusal. The guards threaten Chambers when he resists. Kraut, an elderly prisoner in a wheelchair, steps in and helps him finish the task. Steven tells Chambers that Kraut was formerly a Russian commando who was given a life sentence after killing a guard during an escape attempt. Chambers once again rejects Steven's suggestion that he accept Boyka's challenge in order to gain his freedom. After that, Chambers is introduced to Gaga, who tells him that if he had decided to fight, things might have turned out differently. Gaga discloses that Phil has also been working with him for financial gain. Chambers feels humiliated and deceived, and he knows he must fight Boyka. For the upcoming bout, both fighters start intense training. Steven is coerced by Boyka's men into helping them ruin the battle in the interim.
Binding, no eye gouging, and no hair pulling.
Just don't bleed on me too much.
I'll beat you with your own game. Fists only.
Chambers is rendered weaker for the second round when Steven gives him drugged water during a break. Chambers eventually loses his strength and vision, and Boyka knocks him out. He finds out from Kraut after the game that Steven was involved in the plot and that he had been drugged. Chambers finds out that Steven has killed himself and left an apology note behind when he rushes back to his cell. Chambers is incensed and accuses Boyka of foul play, but Boyka disputes any involvement. Chambers snaps and severely beats Warden Morov when he tries to take him back to his cell. As a punishment, Chambers is tied to a pole outside in the bitter cold. A vengeful boy murders 2 of his men for defaming Chambers after learning that they drug him without his knowledge. In the meantime, Phil pays Gaga another visit to find out about Chambers' release. Gaga gives him money so he can leave the nation and forget about Chambers, but one of Gaga's men shoots Phil dead a short while later. At last, the rematch occurs, drawing sizable wagers.
Make him wait.
For first round, George. But why you don't use more new technique?
Remember, take his leg.
Fight! You must finish him or you will rot in this stinking hole for the rest of your life.
I'm the champion.
What are you waiting for?
The bell.
Subscribe to watch more videos like this, leave a comment about your favorite movie, and we will make it next. Thanks for watching.